Business is stagnant. It's slow. You don't know what to do. You've been struggling out there trying to get a job, trying to pay bills. And business has completely slowed down. I'll tell you what happened to me yesterday. I had a pretty decent sized job. It's going to be about $1,000 to $1,500, maybe $2,000 job. We don't know. And the guy canceled on me and pushed it till next week. The thing was, I've been kind of coasting this week, 2-3 jobs daily. And this guy, when I found that out, I pushed all my jobs till Friday, which is today, this morning. So good morning, by the way. And yesterday, I set the whole day just for him. And he canceled on me. So there was actually no job that I had to do yesterday. I took the day off, right? I did not work yesterday because this guy. And it kind of was frustrating. It was kind of frustrating. But I understood that sometimes people are going to screw you over like that, you know? And especially when it's slow and business is stagnant, business is frustrating. Someone canceling a $1,000 job, come on, man. That affects everything, right? I know a lot of us are out there trying to build a junk removal service for our families. They see my videos all the time. They look at these videos and Ricardo does it really easy. Oh, Ricardo's this, Ricardo that. Ricardo's been doing this for 17 years, folks. 17 years I've been in this business doing this. And I've been somewhat successful doing it. I've been doing it 17 years and I've had kind of pretty good success in this business. A business that has been very good to me. Hey, did I tell you about all these ducks over here? A business that has really helped me, my family, my kids, my wife. It's helped us out a lot, right? I don't think a lot of people understand that keeping a business, staying in business, and being able to grow it's a challenge. It's a challenge, man. And especially when it's slow and you don't know what to do. Some of the challenges that you have, just talking to people all the time. I talk to so many business owners. I'm always communicating with business owners. And I get the insights of what people really think. I kind of get the idea of how people are running their business. And I'm thinking, Jesus, how can they stay in business so far? How much can they take? How much are they spending? And it's so disappointing to hear some of the stories because I know most of these people are friends. I know most of these people are competitors. I know most of these people came and talked at my summit or were at my summit as customers. And it's hard to understand what people are going through because it's not happening to me. Hell, the only thing that's happening to me is I'm spending a lot of money on my haunted house, right? And it's kind of disappointing. That overall is kind of disappointing. What are you going to do to grow your business? What are you going to do to stay in business? And that's really the big question that you need to ask yourself, that you need to communicate with your employees, with your family. It's something that you need to communicate with them because it's tough out there right now. So let's talk about why it's tough right now. What's going on right now? Well, other than the housing market being shot to heck, the prices of cars so high, the interest rates so high, the price of a gallon of milk, A dozen of eggs at the grocery store. Expensive. Expensive. Someone told me the other day, dang, Ricardo, you look skinnier. No, food is expensive, bruh. I stopped eating so much. Yeah, food is expensive. The economy is jacked up right now. It's so messed up. The economy has tanked on us. People are struggling out there right now. It's the summer. So the combination of the economy being really, really bad right now and the summer, of course, takes a toll on how your business is. So I'm going to explain that to you. So you have the presidential nominee. You see Trump getting shot at. You see Biden thinking of pulling back. We don't know what's going to go on. Politics are so out of my range right now. It's like so out of, like not even a part of my business, politics are. But I do keep up with them. I see them on TV, right? You can't avoid getting shot. You know, Donald J. Trump getting shot from, 150 yards away from some 20-year-old kid. You can't avoid that. So what are some of the things that happens? Well, when the president gets announced, the economy usually shoots up. But before the presidency gets announced, the economy kind of gets stagnant all the time. And I think that's what's happening right now. The economy is getting stagnant right now because of the presidential race. Okay? Then you have the fact that the economy is just messed up. It's slowed down. So you got the presidential race. You got the price of inflation. The inflation's so high. Like I said, food, cars, the interest rate, all that stuff is so high. And then the next thing, people are on vacation, man. It's summer, dude. People are on vacation. People are out doing other things other than calling you or calling us to provide a service for junk removal right now. That's what's going on. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. So what happens in the summer? I'll tell you what happens. People are gonna, in the summer, and I've seen this for the last 17 years, dude. I've seen so many seasons. I've seen 17 seasons. So if you think, okay, you know what? Here we go. Let me straighten this out. So if you've been doing junk removal for 3 to 5 years, let's just pretend that, okay? That you've been doing junk removal. You've been in this business 3 to 5 years, and you got it down, right? You got this business down, man. Right? You know everything about this business. Well, cool. You got 5 years in this business, and I have 12 more than you. I've been doing this business 12 more years than you have. You've been doing it 4 or 5, and you think you know everything. You ain't seen nothing, brother. Every day I learn something different. Every day. Every day I'm like going, Jesus, I can predict stuff all the time happening. I know when I'm going to get a bid. Oh my God, it's like the easiest thing. I know I can get a bid. I know if I'm going to get the job. I could just tell in their voice. You know, the guy yesterday that hired me for that $1,000 job or $2,000 job, whatever was it, that guy, I smelt something fishy around there. I try to knock it out as fast as I can so I can get the job and then get the money and run. But I cleared out my schedule. He said, hey, I got a big job for you. I kind of felt it was 50-50 at that point. But sometimes the 50-50s work out and sometimes they don't. Yeah, this one definitely didn't. So, yeah, you kind of know. 17 years been doing this, and you kind of know and you kind of realize how people are going to be treating this economy and how things are going to work out. Is that guy? Yeah, I hope he does. What's that dude doing? It's weird. Anyway, so in the summer, what happens in the summer? What happens in the summer, right? I'll tell you what happens in the summer. People go on vacation. People go on vacation. People take their families on their vacation. They go to Disney World. They go to Disneyland. They go to Universal Studios. They go to Six Flags. They go to that water park. They do so many things. Knott's Berry Farm, they do that, and they save their money. They save 4 or 5 grand. Look at my own brother. My own brother knows that we have a haunted house coming up, and he takes a 2-week vacation. He took a 2-week vacation. He traveled the United States. I mean, he went to like Cali. He went to like, I don't know. They drive everywhere they go. They drive somewhere, right? And they visit all these states and cities and stuff. And they take pictures. They post them on Instagram and stuff like that. And they're always like, you know, putting down the information that they visited that state. So they take a vacation and they're gone. So how are they going to hire somebody? So they're gone and they don't realize that junk removal companies need to work, carpenters need to work, electricians got to work. So just take my brother's family, right? He leaves. He's got a house. He needs work done, but he doesn't call. Why? Because for the next 2 weeks, he's gone, right? And that's how most families are. They take these long vacations and they go off and they forget about the things that need to get done at the house, the cleaning that needs to get done, the removal of junk, the removal of trash in the house that needs to get done. So they took a vacation. What's wrong with that? That's what you're supposed to do in the summer, okay? So that's one thing. Number 2, most people during the summer, they move. Yeah, they move. So they have these expensive costs and the expenses of moving and hiring a moving company. And I ain't gonna lie, hiring a moving company is not cheap. So what they do is what a lot of families do is during the summertime and the kids are out of school, what they tend to do is move. They go and buy a house and they move to a different city, they move to a different school district, and all the resources and all the money they take in gets spent. It gets spent during the move. So there is no extra money to pay a junk company. I don't think we even take that in consideration. Like most of us, we don't take that in consideration what happens, right? Well, I'm gonna tell you, that's how it works out. It works out 100% just like that. These families, instead of calling the junk removal service, they're spending money on movers. They're moving. This is a busy time for movers right now. Yeah, moving companies make good money during the summer because people are moving. And maybe things are tight and they don't want to, all that leftover trash and junk, they'll take it with them and not spend it on a junk removal service. Okay? That's the second thing that goes on during the summer. And everybody's like, oh, we're going to be so busy. How do you know, dude? You've been doing this 17 years? Have you been doing this 17 years? You know that, right? What the hell? Come on. Look at these little ducks, dude. They're like all over the place. Okay. Those are the 2 main things that happen that slows down your business. Now you take those 2 things, right? And then you think about that. Wow, they are on vacation. You know, they are moving, you know? These people are nowhere to be found, you know? Why would they call a junk removal company? They're busy, they're living their lives. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're not busy, they're just living their lives. Good morning.
Good morning.
They're just living their lives and they're moving on. Did you know that most separations and divorces happen in the summer? Because the kids are out of school. So imagine that. They hire an attorney, they hire a mediator, and they go off and they separate from their spouse. They go and meet somebody else or something, or they move into another apartment. You know, anything like that. So most, you know, separations happen during the summer, and that's a fact. You can Google that. I looked that up. So it's so important to realize just those little nuances. So, okay, so it's maybe one out of 100 customers, right? That happens to, that they're separating. Maybe, you know, out of 100, 20 of them are on vacation. Out of 100, another 20 are moving. You see what I mean? So you take that on consideration. Those, well, let's see, 20, 40, 45 people are not your customers anymore. They're gone. Yeah. And there's a lot of competitors right now in the market. There is a lot of competitors, but there are so many competitors quitting this business. They're quitting this business. They're not in this business anymore. They stopped doing this business because they don't know what to do. They're like, and right now, you're going to see a lot of people quitting junk removal. You're going to see a lot of people not being able to stay in business and quit their business. Oh yeah. Is it time to quit? There's some guys are so stubborn. They don't want to admit it. They haven't made money in such a long time. Don't know when to stop. They just keep on pouring money into ads, into Google, into Facebook, into Instagram, into Thumbtack. They don't know when to stop. If you're not making any money, just stop, dude. Go work somewhere. Go work at Home Depot. Bring in some money for your family. Jesus Christ. Make the bleeding stop, you know what I mean? Especially to those owners who've been doing this for 5 years, doing junk removal, and their bank account's still at $1,000. It's not going to get any better. Nothing's going to happen, dude. Next month, guess what? It's still going to be at $1,000. Be sure y'all realize that. What's going on? Whew. Nice little walk this morning. I woke up kind of early. I got an estimate at 8. I'm going to record that. So let's do a whole roundup. Let's go through everything really fast. Okay. Number 1, you have the presidential race. Number 2, inflation's killing us. Inflation is absolutely killing us, which was one of the worst ones. Number 3, people are moving. People are moving right now. Number 4, people are taking vacations. They're taking vacations, spending their money. They're not at home realizing the couch or the mattress or the sofa that they have is a piece of crapper. You know what I mean? It's a piece of crap. So they're not calling junk removal companies. Number 5, there's people separating. They're having a divorce. They're spending money on attorneys, on mediators. They have money to spend on us. That's another one that's important. So many small factors in junk removal to make us more money. More money to put in our pockets, more money to spend on our families. And it's hard to tell when it's happening, but it's happening now in the summer. It's happening in the summer right now. They say that the economy will get better because apparently the next president's going to sign something and give money to everybody and we're going to bail us out again. I have no idea. I doubt that. It's happened. I think during COVID with the PPL loans and the EIDL loans that bailed us out. Yeah. And look where we're at now, man. Made everything so expensive. So expensive. So all I can tell you guys is hang in there. Hang in there if you can, but sometimes you got to know when to hang it up. You really do. Sometimes you got to know when to quit. I think I ran into this problem in maybe it was like year 6 or 7. And I was just like, man, is this worth it? Should I do something else? Am I ever going to make any money? This is when I didn't have a headquarters. I was parking my stuff at U-Haul, right? Is this worth it to me? Then all of a sudden, I started making money. Yeah. And all I can tell you is that my haunted house is such a blessing. It is such a blessing to my family. It is such a blessing to my brothers and sister. Oh man, yesterday I worked with my sister Maribel. Maribel has had cancer. This is a side note, by the way. I just want to say a side note. I think I'm done talking about why business is slow. But yesterday, my sister and me, we worked at the warehouse together, and she's had cancer. She's losing one of her eyes. She's got cataract or some crap like that. She's like 50 something, 55. She's like 8 years older than me or something, 53, 54, something like that. And damn, she was working hard. She was busting her butt, dude. She was working really, really hard yesterday. I was really proud of her. I even told her, I said, someone's got their work shoes on. Somebody's trying to bust their butt out here, right? She started laughing. So the haunted house is coming around pretty good. This is something, I'm going to tell you, I ain't going to lie to you. I've been telling this for everybody. If depending on how the haunted house goes in the next few years, really depends on how my junk removal business will, if I'm going to keep on doing this, because my body has taken a whooping. I'm talking about my body. Brother, I can't even express to you how hard it is to wake up in the mornings and be sore every freaking day. And you know, these young bucks, these young kids out there, right? Y'all don't know this. Y'all do not know that. You're like, oh, dude, whatever, bro. It's out there. We're grinding and binding. We're grinding and making money daily and stuff, right? Y'all are doing y'all's thing, and you're out there saying, oh, this ain't such a hard business. You know, Ricardo, you're just lazy or something. You don't know what business is, right? A lot of y'all are thinking like that, right? I've been doing this 17 years. I've been where you've been. And for the first 15 years of this business, I was a monster. I was out there grinding. I was out there killing myself. I was out there making money. That's how I grew my business, by the way. And that's how I excelled. But I'm going to tell you, in the last 2 years, I've noticed this. I mean, year and a half, really. Year and a half. But I'm going to say 2 years. In the last 2 years, my body has taken a toll. And I started a haunted house, which I saw was very, very profitable. It was a lot easier work. I mean, there's a lot of work setting it up, but it's a lot easier of work. And it was just the expenses and the profit are so much higher than junk removal, and I'm not hurting my body. I'm not hurting my body. I realize that. So I don't know how long more I'm going to stay in junk removal. I will pass off the business to my son because it's a great business. But again, I don't forget where I come from. I am not dumb. I am not dumb. I'm not naive to know that junk removal is what got me here. And I am so appreciative. So appreciative. I am. I'm very appreciative of this business. I love this business, and if I get out of this business in the next, 5 years or 2 years or 3 years, I will tell you, I'm still going to have my foot in this business. I guarantee you, I will still have my foot in this business. Somewhat, somehow, I will have some part of this business, something to do with this business, okay? No matter what. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a great weekend.